Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. So I am your educator Arpita Sharma and we are going to study Indian Citizenship Act, the Acquisition and Loss of Citizenship, Section 3 to Section 10. तो आज की क्लास में हम इंडियन सिटीजनशिप एक्ट में एक्विजिशन एंड लॉस ऑफ सिटीजनशिप टॉपिक पढ़ेंगे सेक्शन 3 से सेक्शन 10 तक. Right, we are going to discuss these sections from section 3 to section 10. Right, now we all know that in India the issue of citizenship has been discussed in two places, that is the Constitution of India and the Citizenship Act. So we are going to study that accordingly from prelims and mains perspective. Prelims और mains दोनों ही perspective से हम section 3 से section 10 पढ़ने वाले हैं. कैसे आप acquire कर सकते हैं citizenship, कैसे citizenship को इंसान lose कर सकता है, that we are going to ponder on in this particular class. I'll try to summarize these sections very effectively for all of you. आप सभी के लिए मैं इन sections को summarize करने की पूरी कोशिश करूंगी, भरपूर कोशिश करूंगी, and I hope that I succeed in this trial. Right, so let's start the class without any delay. So when we talk about the Indian Citizenship Act, Acquisition and Loss of Citizenship, we are studying section 3 to section 10. ठीक है, हम ये sections पढ़ रहे हैं. So in India, the issue of citizenship has been discussed in two places. दो places में citizenship से related बात की गई है. First is the Constitution of India and second is the Citizenship Act, which is very, very important. So in the Constitution of India, there are articles 5 to article 11 which discusses only one question, that is who will be the citizen of 26 Jan 1950. So in the Constitution of India में भारत के संविधान में आर्टिकल्स 5 से जो आर्टिकल 11 है वो एक ही क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करता है कि 26 जनवरी 1950 के दिन इंडिया का सिटीजन कौन होगा. Right, and the Citizenship Act discusses two things, that is the acquisition of citizen, right, article 5, and loss of citizenship, that is article 3. राइट, ये आर्टिकल 3 आर्टिकल 5. तो सिटीजनशिप एक्ट में एक्विजिशन और लॉस की बात की गई है. एंड देयर आर मेनी वेज थ्रू विच यू कैन एक्वायर सिटीजनशिप एंड यू कैन लूज सिटीजनशिप. बहुत सारे तरीके हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, बाय बर्थ यू कैन एक्वायर सिटीजनशिप, बाय डिसेंट, बाय रजिस्ट्रेशन, by incorporation, by naturalization, BDRIN. ठीक है, बद्रीनाथ की दुल्हनिया ऐसे याद कर लेना. ठीक है, so birth, descent, registration, incorporation, naturalization are the ways via which you can acquire citizenship. And when we talk about, जब हम बात करते हैं loss of citizenship की in the Citizenship Act, there are another set of reasons or you can say causes through which you can lose citizenship. Either you can renounce their citizenship, renunciation, termination or deprivation. Let's understand each of them very holistically. ठीक है? Now first, before starting this, let us understand the important amendments which so far have taken place in the Citizenship Act. Now in the 1986 era, 1986 में, right, you know the Citizenship Act used to say that if a person is born in India plus if the person's one parent, specifically it was father, if the father of the of that person is Indian, then that person will be given Indian citizenship. तो 1986 में क्या था कि अगर आप इंडिया में पैदा हुए हो और आपके पिता जो है वो इंडियन है तो आप सिटीजनशिप आपको इंडिया की मिल जाएगी. But in 1992 a very important point was raised. एक बहुत ही important point raise किया गया. This was the point of discrimination against women, because here in 1986 the Citizenship Act used to say that your father should be Indian in order to acquire Indian citizenship. Right, women were excluded. So in 1992 this point was raised and an amendment was done that either parent of the person can be Indian. That means the mother can be Indian or the father can also be Indian. Then also you can acquire citizenship. Okay, this amendment was done in 1992 to remove this discrimination. Now after 1992, in 2003, the point of illegal immigrant was introduced. The definition of illegal immigrant was introduced. Right? तो हुआ क्या, 2003 में illegal immigrant की definition introduce की गई Citizenship Act में. Right? And an illegal immigrant cannot acquire citizenship by registration, by naturalization. एक illegal immigrant ना तो registration के द्वारा citizenship acquire कर सकता है, ना ही naturalization के द्वारा. In 2005, OCI, there was a major change which was done in the Overseas Citizen of India definition. OCI के अंदर कुछ conditions के changes किए गए. And then in 2019, we have all seen the chaos which the amendment in the Citizenship Amendment Act created. CAA में जो chaos create हुआ भारत में वो हमने सभी ने देखा था 2019 में. Right? So first let's start with citizenship by birth. Now, if a person, this particular point says that if a person who is born in India on 26th Jan 1950 till 1st July 1987 or 1st July 1987 till 3rd December 2003, and in 3rd December 2003 that person, right, two of his parent of any one parent plus either of the parents should not be illegal immigrant, then that person can acquire citizenship. तो इस केस में क्या है, अगर कोई इंसान 26 जनवरी 1950 से 3 दिसंबर 2003 के बीच में, ये मंथ और ईयर्स काउंट किए जाएंगे, इसके बीच में अगर कोई बच्चा पैदा हुआ है जिसके दोनों पेरेंट इंडियन है, या जिनके दोनों पेरेंट में से कोई एक पेरेंट अगर इलीगल इमिग्रेंट नहीं है, राइट, नहीं होना चाहिए, ये कंडीशन है, दिस इज द कंडीशन दैट either of the one parent should not be illegal immigrant, then in that particular case that person can acquire citizenship, right? Now the illegal immigrant, this definition of this illegal immigrant as per Citizenship Act section 2 is any foreigner entering India without valid passport or travel documents, or even if he or she has valid passport but the stay in India has exceeded the time permitted, then that person will be called as illegal immigrant. अगर कोई एक illegal immigrant हुआ दोनों पेरेंट्स में से, तो क्या होगा, तो उसको सिटीजनशिप बच्चे को नहीं दी जाएगी, राइट? नाउ कमिंग ऑन सिटीजनशिप बाय डिसेंट, राइट? आपके पेरेंट्स या ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स की वजह से एक कंट्री से आपका रिलेशनशिप है, इसका मतलब है डिसेंट, right? If because of either of your parents or your grandparents you have relationship with other country also, then that means that that is the meaning of the word descent, right? So citizenship by descent, that means if a person is born outside India, he can acquire citizenship by descent in India. अगर कोई बच्चा बाहर पैदा हुआ है भारत के, तो भारत में उसको citizenship मिल सकती है if first condition was before the 1992 amendment, if the father is Indian citizen. सेकेंड अमेंडमेंट 1992 में जो हुआ उसमें ये हुआ कि इफ फादर और मदर आर इंडियन सिटीजन, एंड आफ्टर 2003 द अमेंडमेंट व्हिच टुक प्लेस, दैट अमेंडमेंट सेड दैट यू कैन एक्वायर सिटीजनशिप बाय डिसेंट इफ यू आर बोर्न विद इन 1 year प्लस you have registered yourself, your parents have registered you with the Indian consulate, the registration has been done and an undertaking has been taken, right? This our minor child, right, this child does not possess the passport of any other country, then in that case you can acquire the citizenship of India. आप एक साल के भीतर आपके पैदा होने के एक साल के भीतर आपके पेरेंट्स ने इंडियन कॉन्सुलेट में जाकर आपको रजिस्टर कराया है और एक अंडरटेकिंग ली है कि ये जो हमारा बच्चा है ये इसके पास किसी और कंट्री का पासपोर्ट नहीं है, right? So within 1 year of your birth your parents should have registered you with the Indian consulate of that country and they should have taken undertaking that you do not possess a passport of the other country, right? In that case you will be given Indian citizenship by descent. Now coming on the acquiring Indian citizenship by registration. अब registration के through कैसे acquire कर सकते हो? First of all you should remember there are different categories, right? First of all we should understand the definition of PIO. PIO means persons of Indian origin. Person of Indian origin is he or his parents were born in undivided India, in the British India, that is undivided India means British India, on 15th August 1947, right? That person will be known as person of Indian origin, right? Person of Indian origin मतलब क्या है, आप या आपके पेरेंट्स अनडिवाइडेड इंडिया में 15th August 1947 को पैदा हुए हो तो वो पर्सन ऑफ इंडियन ओरिजिन है, राइट? अ टेरिटरी विच वाज अ पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया आफ्टर 15th August 1947, फॉर एग्जांपल सिक्किम एंड पौंडीचेरी, right? So now there are different categories of person of Indian origin. इसके भी different categories हैं. What are the categories? There are three many categories, not just three but three are major. First is a PIO who are ordinarily resident in India for 7 years before making an application for registration, right? एक person of Indian origin जो कि ordinarily 7 साल से इंडिया में रह रहा है, वो registration Indian citizenship registration के way के through acquire कर सकता है. A PIO who is ordinarily resident in any country or place outside undivided India. A person who is married to a citizen of India and is ordinarily resident in India for 7 years before making an application for registration. Minor children of persons who are citizens of India. Person of full age and capacity whose parents are registered as citizen of India under clause A of this subsection or subsection 1 of section 6. Or a person of full age of and capacity who or either of his you can say either of his parent, right, they have been residing in India for 1 year immediately before making an application for registration. So these are the different conditions. ये different conditions हैं जो आपको पढ़ने हैं, जिसके थ्रू आप PIO होकर भी registration के process के थ्रू citizenship acquire कर सकते हो. Right? Now coming on to acquiring citizenship by the way of naturalization, Article 6. Now this says that not subject of a country where Indians are prevented. That person should not be a subject of a country where Indians are prevented. ये word मैंने लिखा हुआ है इधर, prevented. ठीक है, तो आप किसी ऐसी कंट्री के सिटीजन ना हो या रिलेटेड ना हो ऐसी कंट्री से जहां पर भारतीयों को प्रिवेंट किया जाए, जहां भारतीयों को रहने की अनुमति ना दी जाए. Secondly, you should renounce other citizenship. You cannot you cannot be an Indian citizen and acquire the citizenship of any other country, right? तो आपके पास अगर किसी और कंट्री की citizenship है, उसको छोड़ना पड़ेगा. Now, next is third condition is that before 12 months before you make a date of application to become the citizenship of India, you should be residing in India or you should be serving the government of India. राइट, पार्टली ऑल्सो इज परमिसेबल. अगर आप सिर्फ इंडिया में 12 महीने पहले रह रहे हो उतना भी चलेगा, या अगर आप सर्विस में हो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के, वो भी चलेगा. ठीक है, बिफोर 12 months बिफोर मेकिंग द डेट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन टू बिकम द सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया बाय नेचुरलाइजेशन. फोर्थ कंडीशन इज डेट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन 12 months बिफोर डेट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन. राइट, उसके भी 14 साल पहले का जो पीरियड होगा, आप उसमें से 11 साल भारत में रह रहे होंगे एटलीस्ट, तब आप ये एप्लीकेशन बना सकते हो, नेचुरलाइजेशन के थ्रू सिटीजनशिप एक्वायर करने की एप्लीकेशन तैयार कर सकते हो. राइट, सो इफ यू आर before the 12-month period of making the application, in the 14 years period, if you are living in India for at least 11 years, then, or you are serving in government of India for at least 11 years out of these 14 years, then you can make a application for becoming the citizen of India by naturalization. You should have a good character also, adequate knowledge of languages which are mentioned in 8th schedule, and if certificate is issued to you, the certificate of citizenship, then you should intend to reside in India. आपका intention भारत में रहने का होना चाहिए. So if all these conditions can be waived off, ये सारी conditions को waive off कर सकते हैं. You can also skip all these conditions if the person has performed distinguished service in the field of science, peace, human rights, art, philosophy, or literature. We can waive off all these conditions. We can skip all these fulfillment of all these conditions if you have given your distinguished service in the field of science, art, literature, philosophy, peace, and human rights. Okay? Clear? Now, next way of acquiring citizenship is by incorporation of territory. So, for example, this is a foreign territory. If we incorporate this foreign territory, if we merge it into India, then also the people living in this foreign territory will acquire citizenship by way of incorporation. तो अगर कोई foreign territory इंडिया का पार्ट बन जाती है, तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ये स्पेसिफाई करेगी कि इस फॉरेन टेरिटरी के कौन कौन लोग इंडियन सिटीजन माने जाएंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल पौंडीचेरी. राइट, clear? This is also one of the good examples. Now coming on to the loss of citizenship. Now we can lose citizenship by way of three articles. Article 8 renunciation, Article 9 termination, Article 10 deprivation. So renunciation is when you make a declaration that you are renouncing the citizenship of India. जब आप खुद से announce करते हो कि मैं इंडिया की citizenship renounce कर रहा हूँ, एक declaration make करते हो, that is renunciation. At will, voluntarily you are leaving the citizenship of India. Termination means voluntarily acquires another citizenship. जब आप जानबूझ के दूसरी कंट्री की सिटीजनशिप खुद से अपनी विल से एक्वायर कर लेते हो, तो ऑटोमेटिकली इंडियन सिटीजनशिप आपकी नलीफाई हो जाएगी. वॉलंटरली यू आर एक्वायरिंग some other country's citizenship, then automatically your citizenship of India will terminate. Okay? And next is deprivation, compulsory termination by government of India. So here you are not voluntarily leaving citizenship. आप अपनी इंडियन सिटीजनशिप नहीं छोड़ रहे हो voluntarily. Government is compulsory terminating it because of some fraud that you have done. You have disobeyed the Indian rules. You have communicated with enemy, or if you have spent 2 years in jail. Indian citizenship acquire करने के 5 साल के अंदर, if you have acquired Indian citizenship and within 5 years you spent 2 years in jail. 5 साल के अंदर अंदर आप 2 साल तक जेल में थे, right? Then in that case, compulsory termination by government. After acquiring Indian citizenship, if within 5 years, 2 years you spent in jail, then you will lose your citizenship of India. So these are the different provisions, different pointers in the citizenship of India in the acquisition and loss of citizenship, section 3 to 10. I hope this was clear. I hope this was easy for all of you. So we'll meet in the next class then. Thank you.